What's up, gamers? Are you poor on drives? Are you a peasant? Well, you've come to the right place because I'm going to show you the best way to get drives. So let's get started, man. To get started in Robo Challenge, first you need to know all about the buffs you should be using beforehand. So it's not that complicated. So I don't see many YouTubers talk about this, but while you're using Robo Challenge, it's a good time to use your sticker printer and start stacking up all your thingamabobs. Just start stacking stickers as you're using it to try and get it a high number, because it takes a while to do it. So if you ever have any unique stickers, use it during Robo Challenge. It gives a nice passive buff for it as well. And also, the one buff I do use is a fucking oil. So I use Diddy's baby oil as I'm fucking doing this. And that's the only buff I use. You could use extracts, but if you're a pro red hive like myself, you don't want to. And you don't want to use that many materials because you're going to be going through rounds really fast. So let's actually get into the Robo Hive actual guide. How do I get so rich on drives, you may be wondering? Well, let me show you my exact run strategy. All you have to do is just speed run, through I guess fucking Robo Bear doesn't want me to speedrun. He wants me to fucking suffer and lag. Okay. You want to choose event bees, and then you want to prioritize your precise if you're running a red hive. But if you're a blue hive, coins and tads are your main priority. But mainly I'm a red hive, so I'm speaking from a red hive experience. But yeah, you just want to speedrun the first couple rounds. Now round 2 is actually where it gets interesting, because a possible gold cog can spawn. So you're going to want to look for it really briefly, because you want as many cogs as possible. So this is round 2. And you always want to choose the quest with the highest amount of cogs. Always. At least for the first couple. If it starts getting really hard, then you can choose other ones. Oh, I forgot to look for the gold cog. In theory, you do want it. So it spawns on wave 2, 3, and 6. So I could look for... See, this one has 13 cogs, so I want to choose it. And then you always want to prioritize your precise bees or event bees and spices. So it's wave 3, I need to look for the fucking cog. So I didn't see any. So it spawns on wave 2, 3, or 6. It has to spawn on one of them. So you have to look around, wave 2, 3, and 6. You don't have to, but I recommend it if you're trying to be as efficient as possible. Next round. Oh, ew, it's all blue flowers. Okay, perfect, I got digital bee. So you can't actually use... And also, the only thing you want to buy is the +2 cogs per round. But you only want to buy it in the earlier rounds before wave 5. So I want to buy this because it's early enough. That's the only one you should buy. And since I have digital bee, now I can actually start using my drives. If you don't have digital bee, don't use your drives yet, because then they won't actually count towards your digital bee. And another piece of advice is, if you ever have 5 glitch drives, just use one. Because you never want to have 5 drives at once in your inventory. You only want to have 4. So if you ever do gain an extra drive, it applies and it doesn't get wasted, if that makes sense. If I ever get one from a Christmas quest, then it doesn't just get wasted, if that makes sense. That applies to your white, blue, and red. If you ever have 5 maxed, let's say you're grinding blue drives and you have maxed 5 white drives, you just want to at least use up a couple white drives so you're not just wasting them. If you ever get some from quests or whatever. Wave 5. So we're gonna choose the highest cog. We could do the highest cog, but red is just a little easier. It's more convenient. So spicy bee, and then prioritize your event bees all the time. Unless it's fucking puppy bee. So we have digital bee, so we could buy our drive. So I do use a fuzzy alt in rows, but it's not needed. But it is nice to have a nice little fuzzy. Okay, wave 6. So another gold cog could spawn here. So let's get this.
Good night, girl.
Always prioritize your precise. See, this one gives so much more cogs for wave 7, so you want to choose this one. And So if your B equips on 1B are better, then you probably want to go for it. So see, like a blue B wouldn't benefit me because I'm a red hive, but it has points A, so I'm gonna go for that. And then I do like my event B, so I will take that. And I will get another credit, even though it's past wave 5, because this gives 4. And I'll start getting value out of it after 2 rounds, so I will get that. So let's buy another drive here. This will be my second drive. 200 pop star, general no ECs. Okay, wave 8, perfect. This one has more cogs, we're gonna go for this one. We're gonna go for, you don't want to get instant conversion event
Tung 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 sahur.
So
Anomali mengerikan yang hanya keluar
like
pada
difference in your Cobalt if you're a blue hive or red hive, so that's what I usually do. And I'll take a commander because he has a good B equip. Okay. So yeah, if you're a blue hive or red hive and you think you're gonna get some convert quest, it's okay to skip the Cobalt or Crimson event B because yeah, converting a back. So this will be our 3rd drive. Let's go. I'm rich, I know. You want to use your blue drive, your drives at the beginning of the wave because it just gives you a free buff. You might as well just use it at the beginning. Don't use it in the middle like my stupid ass did. If you're a blue hive, you might want to end near like wave round 12. But and if you're a blue hive, you might screw up some wave 10s. But if you're a red hive, it should be cool. But yeah, I've seen a lot of blue hives screw up their wave 10s. But if you're red and you have a bunch of precise keys, it shouldn't be an issue. But since I'm like wave 10 through 15 right now, I want to make sure I have full 10 stacker precise before I start it. So I like to refresh it before I get started each time. You see how this has convert pollen at hive? If I had the instant conversion event beats, I would be screwed. So good thing I didn't choose those. So let's go get another drive. This will be the 4th one.
It's free real estate.
Use it at the beginning because we're intelligent. We're massive brain. Massive brain. I said it massive. That precise before we start the next wave. Come on. Okay, wave 12. Which one has the highest cost? This one. This one's a pain. So I could use my reroll, and I'm gonna do it because it all has blue west. So yeah.
Hey, that's pretty good.
I'd rather just go for this one since it's a little easier. It's just 1 cog left. Ooh. Clover and sunflower. Okay. So this will be my 5th drop. Since I'm so freaking rich. So you guys could search up a video. There is a way as you're doing these drive runs, if you have a fuzzy alt, for it to be able to follow you. You can search up videos. There is videos for that. I've been too lazy to do it, but that is extremely helpful for RBC grinding. 14. Okay, we'll choose this one. Spicy meat, precise. I think something people don't realize in the RBC is that gifted hive bonuses apply from like the bees you choose. So if there's like a gifted basic bee, you want to get that, unless like obviously there's a digital bee, you always want to prioritize digital bee getting that. But if there's a basic bee, you want to get that because that's just going to give you ×1 or 2 pollen. That's amazing. So like there's like some bees that like the gifted basic where you want to get over like a precise. A blue pollen and a white pollen. Damn, that's crap. So this is only, so if you're on wave 15 and then completing it won't get you another drive, you don't need to finish it. So you want to use your drive. Also, a quick tip. Let's say I had 2 blue drives, and you could only use 1 drive per round, right? Well, you're wrong. If you reset, you could use another drive. So let's say I had 2 blue drives and I used 1. If I reset, then I could use another blue drive that I have. So then, like, let's say you have 5 in your inventory, you could use all 5 in 1 round. That's a quick tip that no one knows, not many people know about. But anyways, let's end it. And holy, that gave me nothing. So that is my RBC Hive guide. Thanks for watching, guys. And please enjoy the suffering that my editing took. So yeah, thank you guys, have a good one. Good night.